What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Asian mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is Player. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Thor. His name is Suppe. The map is Watering Hole. Players won the last two games. This is a best of 5 sort of vibes in this thing. So the next, player wins this game. He wins the best of 5. Yes. We'll see how these guys go, though. Watering Hole. Very, very nice map for the Thor players. Very defensive. All the hunt in the base. Though, again, similar to the last game, I feel like Watering Hole, Marsh, Ghost Lake. Actually, you know what? I feel like every single map that is land for Thor should probably be double Ulfsark. Now, part of the reason is that I think that you should be moving forward to forward hunt against most, or not in every matchup. You probably shouldn't do it on every matchup with Thor. Maybe not against Egyptian. Maybe against Set you would. Maybe not against Norse. Probably yes against Atlantean. Yes against Greek. But I think you go 2 Ulfsarks, you send them forward, and then you see these hippopotamus. So you could eat 1 gazelle here. You find the hippopotamus, you move forward, you've gotten your pig sticker out, and then you're going to have 3 gazelle in your base. You're going to have 2 hippopotamus in your base. You're going to have the hunt over the side that you can kind of wall in if you get lucky and get a closed off watering hole like this. And you just have a little bit more food to play with, a little bit more chances in this matchup. Now, player on the other hand here, there is this map is relatively difficult for the Hades player to lose if they play the right way. Now, winning on the other hand is a very different story. So it's very easy for the Hades player to make this a late game fest here. So what you do is you just simply go 2 town centers and you just play defensive. You try and make sure you get your 3rd town center. You rush heroic age, and you have to be playing against the suicidal Thor player who wants to go Ragnarok in this matchup. But it's very, very hard for the Thor player to punish that. It's very, very hard for the Hades player to punish a Thor player who plays this matchup correctly. So a lot of the time, this matchup goes late. If any of these town centers are in range of water, it's very, very good for the Thor player to go tier, get out Yorman Elvers. There's no counter to the Yorman Elvers. Kind of Perseus is a counter in a way. But you grab this water here, you siege the town center, and you can get some value there. You get side builds with longboats jumping in Ulfsarks over walls into the back of the thing. Lots of exciting things for Norse on Watering Hole, on Marsh. And we'll see how these guys do approach this one, though. I am very interested to see what Suppe wants to do, given that he's been struggling a little bit in this matchup, and I feel like this map is going to be more what he's going to be expecting from the Hades player here. If we just check out the base of Suppe, he's got a really nice home gold mine. He's got a really nice tower here. You definitely want to wall segment this tower and then put a wall off over here as well. Wall segment this tower at the front, wall off up here. And had you had 2 Ulfsark, would have been very easy to do this. But we do see that Suppe is going to advance fairly soon. A little bit late, actually. 5-minute advance time, it looks like. They're definitely going to be through Freya, though I don't see the negative side of going Forseti on this map. You get the troll to defend against Hoplite Toxote shenanigans. You can mass trolls if he does put pressure on. Healing Spring, really, really big for your raiding cavalry raids. But we'll see. No surprises here, I don't think, from player going for Athena. You can see he's got 6 wood, 6 wood, 6 gold. So definitely going for a 2-town center Athena here. Definitely going for his back town center. Look at this beautiful town center. Gold mine, wood line, 3 hippopotamus, 1 pig, 1 relic. Literally everything you could ask for in a town center is on this town center. I'm interested to see what he does. He takes villages off of gold. He leaves 3 villages on gold here. Puts a bunch of villages over here onto the wood, bunch of villages over here onto this. And he's leaving 2 villages, 5 villages on food. That's completely fine. Not getting any upgrades just yet. And we'll see what Soup's going to be doing. Looks like Soup is definitely thinking about second town center here. He's probably going to throw down a longhouse first. But I think you can pretty safely go for a blind 2 town center here as Thor against Hades. I think the Hades player has to be pretty suicidal to go 1 town center Athena rush. And especially because you got a gold mine right next to this. Do you know about this? Oh. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, it is what it is. We see a random pig from player sneaking down here. Could have taken that pig home, but not going for it just yet. House coming up for Soup, moving over here. He will spot this gold mine. He'll be very happy to see that gold mine, and it does basically mean really good things for Soup because he's not going to get pushed off this gold mine. Seeing the 2 town centers from player going to be a good thing for him as well. We'll see how he reacts and what he's going to do with it. There is some stuff you have to be worried about as Thor, like an Artemis push on this town center can be very difficult. So you definitely need to get out, have Scardy for a Frost to defend so you can get the town center back up after it. You don't want to waste Frost in this situation to get up that town center or force it up. If you can't get the town center up, you've probably misplayed a little bit because Huskarl throwing axemen should beat whatever the Hades player has at the point of contention of this town center. And then at that point you're using Frost to counter the Earthquake, and you should be okay against that. And most of the time, if you have Frost still, they're just going to go for fastest, and you're going to have to deal with Colossus. You counter the Colossus with upgraded Frost Giants, and you're in a good position. We'll see. We see the military academy going for play. He loves his military academy. You see walls coming up as well, which obviously we like to see. Both players playing incredibly defensive, eating the hippo over here, ready to go. Still surprised he hasn't gone for these forward hippo. I mean, he's left the ones in his base, which is good. Ooh. This is an interesting play here. This is greedy. But if he gets it up, which he might. Wait, how much wood does he have? He's going to have enough. If he gets up this town center, does he know it's here? Oh, he doesn't know it's here. I can see what he's thinking, but because he didn't scout... He could have definitely got this town center up, gone 3 town centers, super greedy. Because he's against Hades and not Zeus, there's no opportunity for that Hades player to push the town center to take it down. The town center would then secure these hippopotamus, almost secure these, kind of secure these. And you're just going to boom like a madman and be able to be really in a really good position. He's moving forward. He's going to see this town center here. These units are sort of useless at this point for Soup, but... obviously need them just in case. We'll see what he can do with them. Moving forward to check out the town center up here. Found a pig. Searching around, we do see that players moving forward with his hoplites, his Minotaur, and his Ajax. There's enough units here to fight this. You have to be careful. Does he have a forest fire still, or did he waste it? Still has his forest fire, so that's really, really important because he can use that to open up the back of his town center if he wants, or open up the front of his town center if he wants, or open up this one. But still not getting this town center up. Super just going for the Heroic Edge, which I love. Absolutely love, love, love this, but no armory. He does pick off the Chiron, does a lot of damage to that, but now Soup should have been able to advance. Going to be a little bit delayed here. TSM player, on the other hand, is also going for a semi-fast heroic here. His armory is already up, so nice play. And that Chiron actually super distracted Soup there, so that's a lot of time lost going to the heroic edge, which means a lot of time lost building Huskarl. So every 9 seconds that Soup is delaying this heroic edge is a Huskarl that he should probably have. But the armory will go up. He will advance. Everyone will be happy. TSM player, on the other hand, actually still not advanced himself, which is surprising. He's cut units. It's just surprising. We have seen the raiding cavalry have made their way through. Found this. This is big. This is big. You have to make sure you pick off this wall, though, because if this wall goes up while the raiding cavalry are in here, they get stuck in here and you just lose a lot of raiding cavalry, but he's not left one over there. And this is actually really smart by player. He's taking these losses, but he should be fine. We see the army moving forward, units pulling back. Soup Finally advancing through Skadi. TSM player not advanced just yet, but he will be clicking up fairly soon. He's going through Aphrodite here. I don't know. Aphrodite. Why not Apollo? Apollo to force out a Frost, and then Artemis was one thing I was going to suggest that Hades can do, but Aphrodite, there's no way you can hit a timing. So Aphrodite is going to help for the late game, obviously. Getting out Divine Blood and also Sacred Apples, but I don't think that Colossus are the way to go in this matchup at all. And Divine Blood's great, obviously, but if slow reaction time on these villages yet again. He needs to get a little bit quicker on that. He's lost 2 villages there. We probably should have only lost 1. But the villagers will retreat. A little bit greedy going onto that hump there. Not getting this town center up means he doesn't have hump, but he's got pigs that he could have been eating at this point. Skadi comes through. Units moving forward. Throw up a hill fort over here if you want to risk it. Probably can risk it at this point, I guess, because you've seen where the army is, but don't chase his army. And that's fine. There's the Aphrodite 4 player coming through. What is player going to do? He needs to secure his own town center. A fortress here, town center, totally fine. Or just town center first. Fine. We see the hill fort going up. I don't like this hill fort placement. Was that seen by player? No, player missed it. So that's fine. But he should have snuck units over here, I think. Distracted with the raiding cavalry. The hill fort will go up. Wouldn't be surprised if player just casts a curse here, but he doesn't. He's going to hold on to it. But if he snuck up a hill fort over here, it would have been great. Raiding cavalry now still stuck in here. The wall's up. If he wants to get out, he has to break down that wall. Now, Suppe's army is looking mightily strong. The Minotaur does get frosted there, but Suppe can't fight this just yet without... Well, he probably actually could have fought that, to be honest. And he's letting the Minotaur stay alive. Kill the Minotaur! 20 seconds! 20 seconds! Kill it! Yes! Good! That's a dead Minotaur. Now move forward, build another hill fort on this location to secure it so you don't have to cast Frost against the curse. Yes, but in the wrong spot. Over here. It's fine. It's fine. But player does notice it. Which means that this will not be able to get up. Trading some of those maybe cutting the throwing axeman coming out of Longhouse to make sure you get out Huskell. Now the curse comes down, just retreat. Totally fine. Oh no. Casting Frost allows Artemis to come back into the picture. Earthquake push here is going to be devastating for Suppe. But Suppe's got some timings here he can play with. Getting out a bunch of Frost Giants, getting out a tier or something like that. How far off Mythic Age is he? He's pretty far off. Lots of villages on. One thing you can do is put a lot of dwarves to gold. Trade your way to the Mythic Age at this point in the game. You've got 25 on gold. Keep building villages to gold. I think he's still got a gold mine. So a dwarven gold mine, right? Yeah, so you can place this dwarven gold mine here, and then you trade your way to Mythic Age through tier. Big push into the main base with that. Grab the town centers behind it even. Go 4 town centers, and then you trade the town center, 1 town center for Earthquake, and play the late game like a normal person. Possible. But now big losses here for player trying to throw up this wooden wall. It's only got 30 HP here. Most of these units are dying, so this is huge for Suppe. This is the best position he's been in this series. So we'll see if he can convert here. Not grabbing this town center just yet. Player has clicked advance through Hephaestus here. Hephaestus. This is interesting. No Underworld, Hephaestus. We'll see what Suppe is going to do. I do think that Suppe should be considering Mythic Age here, not Balder, not this town center. This town center is in range of this water, which means you cannot defend against it unless you have tier. You need tier to defend against this one. So this town center, it's not going to cut it. Market, trade, buy 500 wood, advance, thumbs up. This town center, not sure. He's got 2 Frost Giants out though. Not a lot of favor in the bank. Probably could get out Rhyme. These are the units coming over here to fight. Oh, nice Frost there onto the Nemean line there. Hephaestus comes through. Player trying to push, but the town center will come up. Player is going to have to retreat here. We'll see how long it takes player to throw up the dock. Oh no, the throwing axemen are going to build this wooden wall here. They need to be fighting at this point. We just see that the Hephaestus coming out. That means the raiding cavalry have to be built again at this point. But Soup's now got access to more hunt on the map. We do see that the player is searching around. We do have a dock over here already for play. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe a transport ship in order to get into the back of Soup's base here. Player retreating here, not ready to engage or fight. We see more walls coming up for player, or for Soup, I should say. Walls over here to prevent this town center from going up. I like that play, but there's already villagers over there. We do see a temple forward here for player. Cute, cute, cute. How much favor does he have? He's only got 20. One Colossus really doesn't do all too much, but if you have, especially not gold Colossus, but Perseus coming in. You have to be really careful against Perseus. Perseus dies incredibly fast with only 20 hack armor to the throwing axemen. So you just have these units out. He dies quickly. So you have to be very careful. You can bait the Perseus in with a Frost Giant, kill him off. That's 400 gold for a trade of 200 gold with the favor. There's the restoration coming down for player, but Soup not microing his throwing axemen. Is the throwing axemen going after the Colossus, doing next to no damage to them, and the Hypaspis just getting super value as they jump onto these throwing axemen. And Soup not building raiding cavalry here is a really big mistake. Meanwhile, we got Oxy Juggernauts for player hitting the back town center of Soup, who has not defended that town center at all. And this is just going super poorly right now for Soup as player is overtaking. He's got the plenty ball, giving him an extra 10 civilian units, which is pushing him in front on the economy. The army is completely decimating the infantry-based army of Soup because of the Hypaspis. And the Frost Giants will get sniped very easily by Achilles, by Ajax. We probably have got armories coming through. We've already got the copper mail, copper shields, copper weapons. We've already got Forge of Olympus in. So this army for player is just going to get stronger and stronger. And we see Soup's town center falls. Still has got their gold mine. Soup's economy in complete shambles with a crazy amount of villagers currently idle. 34 villagers idle right now for Soup. And this is not going to cut it. Trying to get this town center back up, but player there first. There's a couple of infantry units here which are very, very strong, which are going to push back against this, but player not paying attention to it at all, keeps pushing forward here. And it's looking as though player is just commanding this game right now. And Soup still with idle villagers in his base. He casts the Dwarven Gold Mine down. The Dwarves get onto it. We see a dock coming up, but that gets picked off so very fast. This is why you need the Yeoman Elvers, because they take next to no time to train. 5-second train time. So you build the dock, you get the Yeoman Elves out, you win. Forest Fire coming down, opening up this town center. Good use of it. Able to prevent this town center from going up. All the army running straight past, getting even more value for the Forest Fire. Look at that damage. Disgusting. But these Juggernauts already up. And there's the Mythic Age. Balder comes through for Soup. The Desperation Ragnarok against already heavy Hypaspis with nearly bronze upgrades. Soup's got bronze upgrades himself here. He's got some decent economy here. Has he got any trade caravans? No. No trade caravans. Big problem for Soup. That means there's no real economy to sit back on. Soup can simply just push through here, hit this, hit this. That's where all the gold is. But does Soup know about that? He does know about that. He knows this gold mine's gone. He should know this gold mine's basically gone here. How much is left in it? 400. So Soup just needs to attack through this location, hit the gold staff. Maybe he'll fort here, maybe not. We see another town center has fallen as Soup trying to get this one back up here. And TSM player can just sit in his base at this point, spam up buildings, get watchtowers. It's coming through. Perseus is coming through as well. TSM players with 400 gold in the bank. And Soup not going for the gold mines just yet. There's no trade route. There's a market up, but it's not started. Idle villages for player. Needs to get those sorted out. And now Soup just going for the main base. You do not want to attack into this. Look at this damage. 23.8 damage per second. Plus that's 3 or 4 arrows? I can never tell. It's 3 arrows. 60 damage a second. Town center. 2 arrows. 32 damage a second. Sentinels. 16 damage a second. This is not the place you want to fight. 11 damage. 22 damage a second from both the towers as well. There's so much damage here from player to defend, and there is no possible way for Soup to push through this way. Getting the gold star. will be completely fine. We do see the heroes of Ragnarok have spotted this location. Suppe is fighting these villagers off, but this fortress goes up fast, man. He doesn't have divine blood, but this goes up fast. You have to micro this correctly here to take this down. We do see that Suppe making his way over to that location there. Maybe worthwhile sending a couple of heroes of Ragnarok to make sure that this gold mine is gone, and then just go hard on this gold stuff. Nice attack here onto these villagers, but he didn't put any ghost buildings down. These villagers just get away with their lives here. A lot of them do at the very least. Now more heroes of Ragnarok coming over, trying to cut these villagers off. Would be huge for Suppe to get these kills, every single one of them, but getting very close to the tower. Frost Giant here, trying to take down a watchtower, but the gold has been cut so far. Player has a lot of gold in the bank though, 300 gold in the bank. Has a lot of trade that he can do. What's the trade? He can trade 71 for his wood right now, and 79 for his food. So completely fine in that department for the time being. So you have to really trade nicely here. How's Suppe's economy going? 133 of 110. As the Juggernaut's just picking off so many buildings here. Player completely abusing the water in this game. And Suppe's hit a little bit of a roadblock here. He's got the gold starve. He can't push in. He needs to reorganize his economy. 2 town centers only. No food in the bank. He has tried to start a trade route, but he's just losing houses, and he does decide to tap out in that moment there. GG. Well played by Player with that comeback there. I do think this will stem to this aggressive town center grab here from Suppe. Instead of grabbing that, should have gone Mythic Age. Should have gone Mythic Age through tier. That would have slowed the economy of Player down to the point that you could safely grab this town center, safely wall off the map, make sure that you've got complete control, or even go for the gold starve without Ragnarok as another option there. But does not go for it. And then also the other thing that Suppe didn't do was not made raiding cavalry. When you go throwing Axeman Huskar, when your opponent transitions into the pacifist, you need to then counter that by transitioning into Jarl and raiding cavalry, whichever one you want. Jarl do train incredibly fast. If I find a unit here, I can tell you, I think it's 9 seconds as well. Yes, 9 seconds here for the Jarls, so you can get Jarls out really quickly as well. But Suppe doesn't do that. TSM Player takes the game, takes the series. If you guys enjoyed these games, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game, or series, or match, or whatever. Bye.